Welcome back to the other side, everyone. Look, a couple of strange news over the last 24 hours, which has kind of unsettled me a little bit, and to the point where this news is these couple of news are really annoying me at the moment. So, look, without further ado, the two pieces of news are that Inter Milan are in absolute hot pursuit for Kante at the moment, and apparently, as much as Chelsea has rejected the recent bids, they may be interested if the right offer comes to them. And the other news is that Oliver Giroud apparently has agreed, terms in principle, personal terms in principle, with Juventus, knowing Juventus is looking for a striker after they've apparently let go of Gonzalo Higuain, and this is a backup option if the Suarez deal doesn't go through. So it's two pieces of news that is honestly, like, I'm a little bit lost for words as to how I really feel if these two players were to leave, considering all the players that have come in. So let's try and break this down now. First of all, let's look at the whole Kante news, and we'll go into the Giroud news after that. So first of all, N'Golo Kante. Look, for me, and I've said this plenty of time, he is probably one of our few world-class players. Now, obviously, we've got quite a few, the likes of Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic. Probably not all of them are in that world-class category as yet. They're almost there. But Kante undoubtedly is the one and only, straight-out world-class player that we have at the moment. So letting go of him, makes me think that only makes us a bit weaker, And the whole ideology behind this is that we may let go of him to incorporate the Rice deal to come through. Now, as much as I've been an advocate for, getting the Rice deal done, I don't know how much I would actually want it, knowing that Kante is the one that needs to be sacrificed, when honestly, all along I've been saying that Jorginho is the one that needs to go. So, it's a strange one for me in the sense that Kante, the way I picture it, that, if we do get Rice, I kind of picture the double pivot between Rice and Kante. And for me, that becomes an absolute title contending double pivot, which honestly solidifies us in the middle, allows the attacking players to express themselves, and it gives our defense an immense load of protection with those two. So, and we all know what an engine Kante is. I don't need to elaborate any further. He's an absolute engine in midfield. With someone like Rice next to him, it will allow him to run around and, go up and down, sideways, and do the things that he did when Matic was our defensive midfielder in a double pivot with Kante. It kind of gives that sort of vibe. So, look, Inter Milan has apparently come out and, they've put in a bid where they want Kante, obviously, and they were willing to give Brozovic and Eriksen as well, both of them in the combined deal. And Chelsea has rejected both of them. They don't want either of those players. But there's been some rumours that have been going around that Chelsea would like somewhere around £50 million for Kante, and then they could possibly let go of him. But once again, as I said, honestly, this absolutely baffles me that we are even contemplating letting go of Kante. I know a lot of people will say that, he is getting closer to 30. I think he's only a year away from being 30. With all the injury sort of concerns he's had last season as well, there poses a question mark. But for me, with all the players that we've brought in this window already, someone like Kante just absolutely puts an exclamation mark around the whole thing. So I honestly wouldn't get rid of him. And it would burn me, honestly, it would burn me so much to see this particular player leave. Even if it's some sort of player swap cash deal with Inter, I honestly, I can't handle that. But seems like Antonio Conte of Inter Milan really has, he's in a hot pursuit to get Kante. Obviously, he's had a good relationship with Kante. He's won that league with Kante for us. So he's got a good relationship with this particular player and understands that, the whole reason why Antonio Conte wants him is that he knows it's going to transform Inter Milan with the likes of, the style that they play and the likes of players that they have. Someone like Kante just absolutely makes them explosive in the defensive side of things. So, look, watch this space. I think Rice deal will happen, but I think either of Jorginho or Kante are going to get sacrificed for it. And honestly, I hope it's Jorginho. If it's Kante, it's going to really, really burn me. Now, moving on to the next topic, which is the Olivier Giroud topic. This is another one that's, honestly, it hurts me to even think that this player is apparently agreed personal terms with Juventus. Juventus is looking for a striker. They've let go of Higuain, apparently. And, they're in hot pursuit to get Suarez. But if that deal doesn't go through, they would like to have someone like Olivier Giroud. And I can understand, I guess, the whole ideology around this thing is that Olivier Giroud is looking at the picture in Chelsea at the moment with Timo Werner. He's 100% out-and-out striker. Tammy Abraham becomes probably, fighting for the second opportunity with Olivier Giroud. But then you have Kai Havertz, who comes into the mix. And recently we've heard Lampard in the press conference say that, he possibly could play, further up the field. So, knowing that you have Timo up front, you could possibly even play Kai Havertz as a false nine. And then you also have Tammy Abraham. Where does that leave Olivier Giroud in the whole piece of things? So I guess he's starting to look at elsewhere, with Euros just around the corner. He believes that he has the capability to start almost every game. And honestly, he is still in a fine, form of his career at the moment. We saw post-lockdown what he did. He was incredible. One of our, driving force to get us to top four, along with a few other players. But, the biggest factor that I like about Olivier Giroud is that the way he gets the best out of others, his link-up play with Pulisic was so gorgeous to see, even with Mason Mount, Willian when he was there. Yeah, he's phenomenal. He just brings the whole team together. His hold up, his clever movement, all of that is fantastic. And then on top of that, his individual characteristics as an utter professional, supreme targetsman. And overall, just a brilliant player to have in our team. So, guys, look, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd be so bummed if both of these players go, even if Olivier Giroud goes. I think, it would have been so interesting to see how his link-up would have been with Timo Werner and Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech. But it could very possibly be that we may not see this. And, it kind of makes me sad to even think about this. But, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, please smash the like button. Help me get to at least 100 likes on this particular video. And subscribe if you're here for the first time. I see a lot of people coming in and watch my videos. So please subscribe. And smash the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.